What's up, card collectors? Man, I'm excited to share with you some pretty cool things. What I'm going to talk about today, the 75th anniversary mystery pack that we launched. I'm going to grade a card here. It's a Roman Anthony card profiles. It's featured in one of the mystery packs. We're going to go through the entire grading process from centering, corners, edges to surface. This pack is celebrating 75 years from Top Series 1 collection. We've curated over 2,800 cards and narrowed that down to just the best that we could find in that selection from the case box we bought. And then we're grading, we're scanning, we're grading cards using our proprietary software that I've worked so hard to build and bring to market. And I'm super excited to just do a walkthrough. We're going to do a Roman Anthony card, once again, featuring the profile selection. So this is the technology, this is the software. The card's already loaded in the system, so it's been scanned, and this is the preview that you could have. If you create a free trial or you create an account yourself, you can start scanning and grading your own cards. But this is the software I want to share with you today, and specifically regarded around the 75th anniversary mystery pack. So after your card's loaded, it'll pull into the screen just like this. You'll see a front view. You can toggle it from colored to black and white. Really cool feature. You also can do what's called the corner pinning. If you've scanned your card and somehow the card is distorted or off angle, or if you got a different type of card where that is intact, it is in fact shifted on the inside, called a certain type of grading format, you can come in here and use the corner pins. We're just going to right now use our standard lower, upper, left to right grid system that we built and start the grading there. I like to keep everything in the etched view just because I just prefer that when I'm grading cards. But if you prefer a color view, you can always toggle to color, and it makes the outside border that much more defined. So let's get started. Right now, what you do to get going, you basically build the outside frame, like it says there, drag to adjust the outer edges. And once you've made the selection where you like it, you'll just go ahead and hit Save Outer Edges. That then activates the inner edge border that you're going to build. And what you're trying to do here is you're trying to anchor to something on the inner side to build that inner frame so that the calculation could be made off of the measurements. So after the inner border has been selected and you like the placement of it and it looks correct, you'll go ahead and hit Save, Enter, and then you can see what the grade is right there. It then toggles to the back. You make the back adjustments the same as you did on the front. All looks good all the way around. You'll hit Save Outer Edges. You'll do the same here. You'll adjust the inner edges on the back like you see here. And just keep walking through the process. And then when you're done and happy with that, you hit Save Inner Border. And then you can see it spits out the grade. The final grade for the centering on this particular card, the Roman Anthony Profiles card, is a 9.9. You'll hit Save and continue to corners. The software then saves the centering grade, transitions the technology to the corners. Here you're going to just follow simple prompts. You're going to select the corner regions. It's then going to build the thumbnail images where you'll further do some analysis. So let's capture the front corners. Let's capture the back corners. And then let's start the annotation process. When the annotation process, after you click in a corner, it pops up a modal. It then lets you go through all of the steps of the front, top left, top right, back left, back right, and then same on the back. You can once again toggle from etch to color. I also built in this zoom feature. If you want to get really close to the corner, you can do that. And after you've done the analysis of, just visually looking at the card, whether it's in your hand or you're actually, scanned in like I'm doing here, you then make your annotation selection. And what this does, this just guides the software on what you're visually seeing. It adds that human element to the technology that I think is invaluable. So this corner is clearly sharp. We'll click sharp. It's sharp there. It looks sharp there. No issues there. Now we're on to the back. You can see it pivoted. And you can look at the row up here. It's showing back. This is the back top left corner. That looks sharp. No issues there. No issues there. And of course, no issues there. So I was able to quickly assess that this is 4 sharp corners on this particular card. You can obviously look at the front and back here. You can toggle to front and back. You still have the color etch version here. Once you've made the annotations, you're going to go ahead and hit Save and Analyze Corners. This activates part of the software that I've worked really hard on. It goes in and accesses the training library, our language model that's built into the software, and it's doing matching. It's looking for matching of those corners. It's trying to identify any flaws that I've already previously graded on other card sets, and it's putting that vision technology, overlaying that, and it layers it in. And then it does some AI analysis. So it finds a corner that it matches and likes, and then it does AI analysis and compares that corner to past grades. And then we'll output that grade. It takes about a minute to get through the training model or the language model for the library of the corner analysis. Once that's done, you'll then get subgrades on each corner. You then have the ability to assess each corner and take a look at it, like what you see here. It came back in 9.3. You get a little AI summary, and then you get the subgrades for each one of these. Now, if at any given time, something doesn't look right, or the software maybe said, hey, what was that? You can always click into a corner grade, and you can further inspect here, like you see here. It's like, this corner looks pretty good. 9.1 makes sense. And if you wanted to regrade, it's called a rerun, you can actually tell the software what you want it to regrade because maybe it missed something. Maybe it's a Moho refractor card, like this Mark Magnifier card here. You see it's got a lot of shiny stuff, and maybe the corner on it is just harder to detect for the AI, or something's wrong. But this looks good to me. I don't see any issues here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, continue, and go to the edges. Now what's happening is the software is capturing the corners and edges. It's transitioning the software to the next phase where we're going to be able to do edge detection, which is another cool part of the software. Once again, like we did in corners, you're going to capture the edges. You just click capture edges. You do the same. You launch the annotation of the edges. Very similar flow here. You're looking at the actual, you can look at the front, back, the color edges. Once again, you get the zoom in feature here. And then you just make your assessment. So this is a clean top corner. It's clean on the right. It's clean on the bottom. And it looks clean on the left. So all the edges looked really clean to me. You can clear all and start over. You can also get all your full toggles. You then hit save and analyze. The same thing happens, the same process. The analysis is occurring in the back end. And it's going to give you a subgrade on the top right, bottom, and left. And it's going to identify any areas that would be a problem, and then you can make your adjustments as necessary. So after that gets done running the analysis, you'll see subgrades again, like I said. So let's give it a second to get through all that. Should be here pretty quick. Awesome. Now that that's done, you see that edge analysis came back as a 9.6. We then can move forward to the next step. So we hit save and continue to surface. This now saves all the edge analysis, transitions to the surface side, where we'll take a look at the visual scan of the card. You can once again get the front and back toggles. You also get the black and white for the etched and the color. Let me just walk through some of these things. You also get the zoomed in feature. If you want to really look down into the pixels, so you got 2x, 3x, 5x magnifier, and then it resets back to 0. I like to use the 2x in Etched View. So if I see something that just doesn't look right on the card, I then can annotate it. Now, if you want to go ahead, like when you see something, if you're scanning, or like how when I'm grading, let's say there's a scratch on the card. You just annotate a scratch. Let's say there's a print defect. You annotate a print defect. Let's say there's a crease. There's actually something really wrong with the card. You can hit crease. And then what's happening now is it's got the built-in calculations that I've programmed into the software based on the annotations you make on the actual surface analysis, whether it's front or back. So as you're making those annotations, as you view the card or as you see the scan card, you get to log where the problems are. And then when you analyze the card in the final, it does and calculates the final grade. Now, if you made a mistake, it's as simple as hitting the X and it clears it all out. This card is really clean. There was no issues on this card. So I'm going to hit analyze. It's then going to analyze the surface analysis of the card based on the selection I made, which there was nothing wrong with the surface of this card during manual inspection and during the scan. So we're going to wait for that to finish. It obviously come back with a surface analysis of a 10. Now all 4 areas are done, centering, corners, edges, and surface. We're now ready to complete the grading and see what the final grade is. Boom. We just got a Gem Mint 10 Roman Anthony. It was a successful grade. We got a little celebration there. We then get to go view the card, which is a really cool feature. It gives it a serial number, which you see here, and then you get a detailed view of the actual card itself, the rarity, and all the card information that you need. And then, of course, you get to chase this card in the mystery pack. I hope you enjoyed this overview of the Roman Anthony 75th anniversary baseball collection. Like I said, we started with 2,800 cards. We have hundreds of cards we're grading, and the pile is just huge. We got the top 5 big rookies that we're going to do. We got the Moho refractors, we got autos, we got everything that's going to be in this mystery pack. I hope you love the pack. I hope you love the grading software. Please take a look at the serial numbers and look up for cards, create your free trial, and we look forward to hearing from you and seeing what you think about the technology we built. Happy collecting.